Hey, Broken, are you here? Do you have Scar on Skype?
What's up?
Do you have Scar on Skype or no?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I know what you mean. Don't worry, I got him. I'm meeting right now.
Okay, he'll call you on Skype then.
All right. I got it here.
All right, perfect. All right, looking good. Are you gonna be joining us?
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
All right, you're not working. Whatever. We this. Get on Discord.
I'm on Discord.
Yeah, you're not on Discord, Scar.
Sick. Okay, can you guys hear me?
1 second. I need to fix my sounds.
Oh, you're coming through both.
Wait. Yeah, I need to fix my sound. Let me mute Skype.
You got a maid cleaning? Look at this guy over here, dude. This Mr. Moneybags getting the fucking maid to clean
It's a pro team, dude.
Yeah, I like that.
Can you talk, Cutie? Can you talk?
Yeah. Hello. Hey.
Okay, I think I can hear you guys just fine now.
Okay.
Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3.
I think Cutie needs to be a bit louder. Wait, can I turn you up on Discord? I never used
Yeah,
it.
you can do it. Just right click the person and it has personal user volume, so you can adjust as necessary.
Yeah,
All right, Cutie, can you talk real fast?
everything on Discord.
All right, there we go. I'm good now.
All right, perfect. All right, then let's just start it. Let's get it underway, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let's
Thank
go.
you for joining us for episode number. Damn, this is the camera is centered perfectly on your face. I like this. No. It's perfect. I mean, it's like fully zoomed in, so we get a nice heaping help. And what do you prefer to be called? What do you want to be called? Brokenshard or Ram?
You can call me either. I don't care.
You must have a preference. What's your preference?
I guess just call me Ram.
Okay, Ram, thank you for joining us today on Beyond the Rift, episode number 36, the one and only, the star player of solo queue North American servers, the number 5 player, the number 1 ranked AD carry in North America. I'm a Cutie Pie as your host. Joining me today, Scar, give him a quick little introduction.
I'm Scar. I used to be on a team with Cutie Pie, a professional team. I used to coach. I used to play. I did everything under the sun. Right now I stream a lot, and I've been losing a lot. So
You've been losing? What are you at?
I literally went from 500 to 150 OP, and I'm climbing back up in 3 days. I averaged, I think, a 33% win ratio over 45 games.
Hey, you win some, you lose some, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't worry about it. Anyways, hello, that's me.
Good shit, dude. Ram, give him a quick little introduction. Who is our special guest?
Hey, I'm Ram. Most of you probably know me by Brokenshard. I used to be a pro player. I used to shit on Scar and Cutie Pie and scrims all the time. Now I coach. Yeah, I did. Now I coach. I coach United NACS Challenger team. We're second place since we lost to GCU in finals, and we'll be playing in the promotion tournament next week.
All right, perfect. Let's get it underway. But before we start, I want to give a quick shout out to Discord for making a stellar program. Discord, shout outs to you guys, because Ram had a question. He said, how do I turn you guys? Is it possible to turn you up on Discord, or do I need to turn my system up? Are you kidding me? Discord's got everything covered. That's why they're the premier voice service program. And you need to get on it if you're not. Because if you're not, you also can't participate in the one and only end of the show question and answers that you're going to have to hop on the Discord that's located down below to get into. And also I want to give a shout out to Bloody Headsets. Fantastic product. Scar, you like the Bloody Headset product?
Oh, dude, I'm wearing it right now. I love it.
We all love it, dude. Everyone loves it. The only person that probably doesn't love it is you, because you haven't worn it yet. So go and get yourself a pair right now. All right, let's get this shit underway now, ladies and gentlemen. With topic number 1, we're going straight into it. Talk to us about the NA Challenger scene and how E-United is doing.
I mean, NA Challenger scene, I want to say it's a bit weak this split, because compared to what we had last year, we had like TDK, like OQ and Apex in the Challenger series, and it was like a lot harder last split, but this split, it was pretty much just us and GCU. So we ended up first in the regular split, and then kind of blows that we didn't win the finals, but I think NA Challenger is a bit weaker this split for sure. In general.
How long have you been in the NA Challenger scene now?
Holy shit. I was there last split. I am this split. When I was playing on Complexity, I was there for like 2 splits. I've been kind of in Challenger, in LCS, kind of back and forth a couple times.
Okay. How is the Challenger scene? Like, I know, like, one of my biggest complaints is that Challenger scene's kind of like the forgotten thing. Like, most people just don't even know this shit exists. Like, the matches happen, it's like, oh shit, that happened. Oh shit, these teams even exist. What the hell, dude? Like, is there a lot more exposure from Ryze end on this shit now, or no?
Nah, dude, like, they don't even stream like half the games, man. The way that it works is that the first game of the day gets both of its games streamed, and then the second 2 games only have the second game streamed because it's best of 2. So, like, 2 of the games don't even get streamed. So, if you're not, like, a hype team, you might not even get, like, a week where you're getting both of your games streamed.
Wow, that's
which
kind of
sucks.
Yeah.
And, like, even then, there aren't enough viewers at all. Like, so it's weird because, like, if you're not a hype team, you might, like, not even get a post-game thread made about you, which is actually hilarious. Like, GCU, I think, got their post-game thread made for them every time because of, like, Mad Life, obviously, is hyped as hell, but there's just, like, not enough people watching, or not enough people care about it. It doesn't matter. Like, you're not really gonna get any exposure from Challenger.
Come on.
No, that's not what I mean. Like, I don't think Riot not streaming the games is even a bit of a problem. There just needs to be, like, so much more exposure for them, because no one cares about your team unless you're the LCS.
I mean, do you think that that's on Riot's end to do that, or?
I mean, I'd assume so. A lot of LCS teams view Challenger as like a death sentence right now, which I don't think is correct. Like, I think Schalke is one of the few teams right now that have actually tried to go through are trying to go back in through Challenger series. It doesn't happen very often.
Well, what happened to the last series? Did Schalke just lose their last series?
Yeah, they did.
I feel like it's just such high risk. All these teams have investors now, including, like, I think everyone but CLG has investors. So, like, if you're an investor, and I'm pretty sure all of them wrote somewhere in the contracts being something like, if you ever drop the Challenger, we're done investing. Like, we're gonna take out our money and run. So I don't think any of the teams right now in LCS can afford to drop the Challenger. That's why it's a death sentence. It's like, not just as they're, like, no exposure, it's like they just lose all their investment.
I mean, just think about Ember. Like, they lost one series and their investors pulled out just because they lost that one series against TTK last year. And it was a huge, like, everyone was talking about it on Twitter and stuff. But I thought it was really hilarious that they were talking about, oh, we're going to do this. NA team's going to kiss the Summoners Cup. They lose in the semifinals of the playoffs, and then boom, no investment. Ember's done.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, dude. I like what they were doing too. The better people, better players, or whatever stupid shit they had already. Something like that. Dude, I was behind that. I was like, damn, Ember's got it figured out, and then they just got fucking destroyed. So that's a damn shame.
I just remember talking to Golden Glue about his team, and he was just like, you know what Ember had? Free massages, like, every week. I'm just like, you guys had it made, dude. That's better than LCS teams. Apparently, Ember treated their players super, super, super well. And I'm actually jealous when I hear people talking about that team.
Yeah, that team sounded fucking nice, man. I mean, I can understand why Challenger scene's a death sentence, because, yeah, no one gives a shit about it. I don't know, I always felt like if you wanted people, like Challenger scene, it just needs, like, somewhat, I mean, obviously no one wants to be known as, like, the Challenger scene player, like, the Challenger scene badass guy that's, like, rising on up, because that was, like, I guess that was kind of Chris or whatever, who'd always, like, the relegation king Chris. Or whatever the fuck, Challenger scene king or some shit, but, I don't know, Challenger scene, there's just no interesting stories, there's nothing like that, because I personally don't watch, Scar, do you watch it at all or no?
Not completely honest. I don't even watch other regions really, so like I have no interest in ACS. But I will say the one time I did get interested is when Gilius talked some smack before the series.
Yeah,
man.
that shit was nice.
I saw that and I was just like, oh, there's some heat going around. I like it. It's interesting. Dude, actually talk to us a little bit about that. So like, what's your thoughts about like that kind of trash? Like you got Jungle Wonder Gilius on your team.
It's actually so funny because when I played EU Challenger 2 years ago, when I was on the EU Dignitas team, and I was against Gilius, he actually did the same thing to me. Like, he trash talked to me on Twitter right before our match to hype it up, and I think that's kind of like what he does. And I mean, if that's what he wants to do to push his brand and persona, then power to him. I mean, it made it so much more exciting. I mean, it got to the point that, because Loco's the other coach, and me and Loco, we aren't already like big fans of each other, so there wasn't like any of that friendship there. It just got to the point that we started shit talking each other just like on the way back from pick ban, after pick ban. It just made the series so much more hype.
Yeah, I feel like that's the kind of shit that Challenger needs. It's like, oh shit, this thing's it's exciting, man, instead of like,
hell yeah.
Yeah, I wish there was more of that
awesome.
shit. Yeah, like, dude, people shit on him for that stuff, but it should be like, hey, good attempt on that. Like, good try at that shit. Keep going.
It just made it so fun. Like, yeah, I mean, it felt like, I don't know how to describe it, because, you know, Rikara, the sub of, GCU, he even tweeted out, like, he thought people were gonna just start fist fighting over the shit that was being said in person.
That would have been
like, straight up.
That would have been even better, dude. The Challenger Series viewership, it would have been through the fucking roof. Just someone get first blooded, and then the other person just gets up out of the chair and just starts beating the shit out of him. I would have loved to watch that, man. That would have been Reddit front page, like, everything, man. But none of that happened. Feels bad.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
It would have been, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been interesting.
My general manager tells me all these stories about Gears of War events. I don't know if you guys watch much Gears of War in COD, but apparently it's pretty normal in between like rounds to get up and actually just shit talk the person in front of you, because they usually sit with like opposite each other, looking at their computer screen, so they actually look at you. So after you win a round, you just get up and start like actually shit talking the person in front of you.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, in Gears of War events, like, Dan Clerk, he told me literally the girlfriend of one of the guys from the other side of the room yelled at the other girlfriend, your boyfriend's not going to be able to pay rent this week because they're going to lose the event, not make enough money. Like, that would be so awesome in League of Legends if shit like that happened all the time.
Yeah, I don't know if all the time. That might be pushing it. Maybe like once or twice.
Yeah, switching to the WWE isn't like the future of League of Legends.
But
it's like
spice, yeah.
It's yeah. I think it'd be nice sometimes, small amount.
Yeah, because I wish Challenger scene was just bigger, like it got more support. Because I mean, it's how like players get into. I mean, obviously, it's how players get into the LCS, but it's like their first taste of it. And if their first taste is just some shitty like thing no one gives a fuck about, it's like, man, no one gives a fuck about me. So I don't know. Hopefully something happens with that. Scar, you got anything else on this?
Dude, I'm good to go. We still got a lot of questions, man.
All right, let's go to the next one. Riot went on record saying Ninja Tabbies is fine and it doesn't deserve any nerfs. Do you guys agree? Okay, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go on my limb. I'm an ADC player. I'm an ADC player, and I definitely don't agree with it. I think that there is some slight misconceptions about the item that they are finding that it is fine. Like, it's got a couple of issues with it. Do you guys agree? Is this some unfounded stuff that I'm saying? It's got a couple of issues.
I just want to know like who Riot's dealer is, because whatever they're smoking is some pretty like intense stuff.
Yeah, like,
honestly, if they think Ninja Tabby's balanced.
It's 1100 gold item that basically negates an AD until he has like 3 items. So I mean, I could understand how that could be balanced if you like had to go out of your way to build it, but it's in your boot path, and it's not like, oh my god, I can't get Merc Treads now. I'm so fucked. We just lost. I can't get Boots of Swiftness. I have to get this. I can't get my Boots of Mobility. No. It's like, yeah, everyone that builds Tab is just going to build this shit. No one's like, it's not like they have to go out of their way to build this item, so I feel like that's the biggest problem of it, but you know.
I think it just became really strong when Lethality became strong, because then everyone started playing stuff like Talon, Jayce, Zed. So there's, in pro play specifically, there's some things that are being changed, like meta-wise, to to like negate the Ninja Tabi. Like Nautilus is being really picked often, Elise specifically, because if you're building Ninja Tabi, you're gonna get like CC'd for days. But even then, it's still really broken as an item because you just build it, and if you're playing like whatever, I guess into Talon mid and you build Ninja Tabi, he just can't kill you anymore. It's like Seeker's Arm Guard. Like I know Skara, you played in the REZ meta or Gragas into whatever. You just build Seekers and they can't kill you anymore when Seekers is broken. I think it's the same concept right now with Ninja Tabi. You just build it and you just don't die.
I agreed with Katie completely on this idea. And then after the current method switched a little bit, I think that I don't know if I agree as harshly as before. Before I was like, you know what? Let's nerf this item into the ground. Maybe not delete it, but we'll put it at 5% from 12%. Now I'm just like, it can use a small, I think like to 10%, but I don't think it's as problematic as I used to think. And maybe it's just because like, it's because I had a talk with Mark Z, the analyst, about how like the meta changed where like it was like extremely AD heavy, and so on top of lethality users, it became super like, oh, everyone just bought this item because all the best junglers were doing this, all the assassin lethality users were doing this. But once lethality got nerfed, are other attack based champions doing that poorly? I think it's like problematic, but like only a little bit more so than normal. Like I think if they just nerf 2% off and put it back to its pre-buff percentage, it'd be fine. Like I think it's like very close to being a fine item.
Like I don't.
Oh no, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Like the thing is that if I'm playing Ezreal against Lucian and then I just build Ninja Tabis, he like I don't even have to like. He doesn't phase me. Like I just walk past and I'm like, dude, get up. I'm CS in here. Fuck off, dude. Like his damage is just. I get 30 armor, and then on top of that, I get 12% reduction on his double tap. It's like, you're not a champion to me anymore. So, I feel like, I agree Ninja Tabis definitely isn't as strong as it was before, because, yeah, there's a lot more APs being played, so, I mean, if you build Ninja Tabis, obviously it doesn't help you. But, like, from an 80s perspective, it just feels so fucking miserable, especially, like, yeah, in competitive, like, it's easy to build a rounded out team comp and shit, so you don't have, like, 5 physical damage dealers now. But, like, in solo queue, when you just have all these fucking monkeys, like, I want to play an assassin mid. Okay, I want to play Renekton top. Okay, I want to play Rengar jungle. Okay, well, I'm an AD bot lane, and I guess I already locked in my champion, so I'm stuck with fucking 5 ADs now, and we're just gonna get our asses fucked, so... That's not too fun for me, you know? So I could definitely want it getting nerfed there, but I could agree with you guys that Ninja Tabis isn't the most broken shit right now. I don't think Riot's like that. It's not that crazy to say that, yeah, it's not a completely broken item, but I definitely think it could use a nerf. Like, do you guys think it could use a nerf?
I think
yes,
so.
absolutely.
For sure. I think the item is, okay, so here's some math. The item is 104% gold efficient without the 12% damage reduction passive. Like, the item is too efficient for the amount of gold you spend on it without its passive.
Wait, but every item combined is gold efficient, essentially. Every combination item is gold efficient because the way the game is played is that when you combine items, the efficiency of gold, like the item that comes out of the combination is more efficient than the items you put in. That's just how League of Legends works. So like being 104% gold efficient is actually like probably below average.
But without the passive, and then this passive, like it's not just, oh, you move a little bit faster when you're auto-attacking, oh, you get 5% lifesteal. No, this passive actually just reduces all damage based from basic attacks, which, I mean, if you're an AD carry, that's all your damage, by 12%. So it scales with how long the game goes on. It's strong early and it's strong late. Like, if an AD carry is doing 1,000 damage to you, and without armor you're blocking 120 of his damage, tell me that isn't broken. Tell me that isn't way too strong.
Yeah, right. I think the item, it's just too, like, I'd be fine with the item if it wasn't a fucking boot. Like, you had to go out of your way, like, okay, I'm gonna have to get just boots 1, and now I gotta get, like, some random stupid-ass tabby thing, and now I gotta upgrade my boot. But like, you get the ninja tabbies, so you move faster. You have the reduction. You have the armor. It's just like, fuck that item, dude. Fuck that item.
It's too easy to build. Like, if you wanna be strong against AP champions, you build Hex Drinker, but then it's useless against AD champions, right? But Ninja Tabi is always going to be useful. Like, it's boots too. Yeah, it's way too easy to get.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, Hex Drinker. Like, if I'm versus an AP, I can't just. Okay, I'm just gonna buy my Hex Drinker bot lane or some shit. Like, I'm just gonna buy straight Hex Drink. No, that's fucking stupid as fuck. Like, if I'm versus Elise Jungle and like Mordecai, it's not like, all right, first item, Hex Drinker. Okay, I have no boots and now I'm gonna get ganked and killed like a fucking idiot. But if I need ninja tabbies, it's like, I play Mordekaiser, I've rushed ninja tabbies, I'm fast as fuck, I can just run down ADCs like they're nothing, I can run away from the ganks like they're nothing, like, it's just so stupid how efficient it is. Like, the gold efficiency is like cool, but there's just so much more that it gives you than like gold efficiency can tell you, so, yeah, fuck that item. But, alright, let's go on to the next topic.
I think that's the verdict right there, fuck that item.
Yeah. With relegations approaching soon, is there a particular team E-United would like to play against among the bottom of the LCS teams, and why?
So, but like between Echo Fox, TL, and Envy, there isn't really a team that we're specifically looking to play. We scrimmed against, I guess the least against Envy, but a lot with Echo Fox and Envy, and we have good records against them. Scrims, yeah, I know, they're not really indicative of skill, but I think we have a pretty solid plan no matter what, and I feel really confident coming into relegations. Like, there isn't really anyone that jumps up to me, but it would be hella funny if we relegated Doublelift. That would actually be hilarious.
That's fucked up, dude. He comes back from retirement, you just relegate him like that? Come on, man. Have a heart, dude.
And Apollo, I also relegated him once before, so it'd be funny if I relegated him again. That'd be pretty funny.
Jesus, so you just got something for every team? Except for, I guess, Fox, potentially?
Well, Akaden was my player on Dream Team, so if I relegated him, that'd also be pretty funny.
I like that.
Yeah,
you're well prepared for this.
Yeah, you're around you've been around the block a couple of times, man.
People refer to me as the cheap whore of esports. I've been around. I think that's pretty good. Like, I have perspectives of like so many different players. It helps me a lot, but I don't want to say like I'm gonna get particular joy from relegating like my old friends or my old players, but I don't really, I'm not scared of anyone, but it's not like I'm excited to play anyone.
Alright, would you say you're more or less confident going into the relegation matches than you were going against Goldcoin United? Because I want to know how to really think about this.
Let me be real with you, okay? I had 7 scrim blocks for that week before GCU, which is already less than normal, but I'm like, alright, we can make do with 7. Every single one of them got canceled with a day's notice. That's like, 1 scrim cancel, 2 scrim cancel. 7 different teams canceled on us with a day's notice before the GCU match.
But do you think that was an inside job, though? Because what are the chances that happens?
Dude, I don't know. I don't want to think in conspiracies, but
yeah, I'm just asking. Do you think that there is a possibility that someone's pulling the strings in the background?
It's Loco, isn't it?
He's got connections.
Yeah, Loco got everyone to cancel with us. That's exactly what happened. No, I don't know. I choose to believe that he didn't, but I mean, it's a really cutthroat type of world out there, so if that's what happened, then that kind of blows. But we actually have scrims now. We have a lot of good scrims prepared, so I feel much more confident coming into the promotion tournament. But
so would you say you're gonna win 1 game or 2 of the 5?
We almost won 2 games against GCU without any scrims, and I think GCU are about as good as the LCS teams. Like, we're all like roughly equal skill level, so I mean.
Well,
we'll see, man.
What would you give your percentage chance? Because you said all 3 of the teams you're not too worried about. What would you give your chance of like beating, like 80, 20, 70, 30?
I think Envy is probably the hardest of the 3, just because I think Lyra has the potential to pop off harder than anyone else in those games. The guy's an absolute monster. But I give myself like a high percentage, like 65% to 70% against any team.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
You're not too worried then about Team Liquid's superstar Ryze. You're not too worried about Doublelift going ape shit, bringing out the Draven.
I think Doublelift is good, but he hasn't looked too good, honestly.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You're not scared of the Draven?
No, not really. I think Draven's a useless champion. If you want to talk about champions that get absolutely cucked by Ninja Tabby, that's like the cornerstone of AD carries right there.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate game. I was pretty hyped for it. All right, though, that's pretty good. I like that you got some confidence, dude. That's
you gotta have confidence. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not gonna achieve anything. And it's not like I'm saying that everyone on Team Liquid's washed up. It's just more like I feel confident because we have a good plan and good preparation coming in. You know, that's all there is to it.
All right, I can respect that. Let's go on then. Fill in the blank. The best League of Legends coaches are
Brokenshard.
The best League of Legends coaches, so multiple. So Brokenshard, number 1. Who's number 2?
Well, what kind of question is that? Like, is it just calling out like specific names, or like what makes a good coach?
You can the qualities. Dude, it's a fill in the blank. You get a fill in the blank, dude.
Oh boy.
Anyone you've drawn inspiration from?
I think Zix is the best coach in NA. Actually,
Woo! I
thought about it for a long time. I actually think Zix for the longest time has been like the best coach in NA. Because if you think about it, everyone's been like, oh, CLG sucks. They still have Huhi. But I mean, that guy's managed to break them to like top 4 finishes, even like LCS victories so many times. I actually think he deserves so much more praise than he gets. His drafts are always like pretty solid. He knows how to play this team's strengths, and like, I don't think Huhi's that good, but he makes it work, you know? So that definitely says something about what kind of like coach he is.
I mean, Scar, you used to be with Zix too. You got any kind
Tony.
words for him?
Oh, he's one of my, like, well, I only really could peer into the coaching like a little bit. Like, I've worked with most of Tony, so I know he's good. When I had problems with coaching, he helped me out a lot, and a lot of times he was doing like well above like his pay grade on like assistant coach level. And so like I was more than happy to be like, look, like when I was leaving CLG, I was like, look, you got Tony, it's okay. And I was surprised they even chose Coach Chris to be head coach the season I left. Like, I think Tony could have done it from there, but you know, all's well that ends well. Tony's the head coach now, and he's fantastic. I think he just does a really good job, especially at setting up systems for the team. So like, I think him and Park are really good at doing that.
Hey, I have a question for you, Cutie.
Yeah.
Were you playing when Scara coached?
I don't even remember that.
I played.
I was
on Dig.
How was Scara as a coach? Yeah, how was Scara as a coach?
I was on Dig when Scara was a coach, and honestly, he was probably the best coach that I ever had because he was the only coach I ever had. So,
Wait.
Low standard.
Yeah, my expectations were literally nothing, and then he met them. Like, he went above and beyond nothing because he actually did stuff. So I was like, Scar, you're fucking killing it on the coaching job, dude. So
I don't think I did anything for Dig. Like when I coached Dig, I don't even consider, when people ask me like, I started coaching with CLG because Dig.
Wait, you don't even consider us? Wait, I didn't know that. You didn't consider.
Oh shit.
That's fucked up, dude.
Okay. In terms of like serious coaching, because a lot of it was.
Wait,
just
what
like,
were you doing with us? You taking a paycheck?
Yeah, I was just stealing paychecks.
That's fucked
gotta
do him like
dude.
that, Scar. What the fuck, man?
But seriously, Odie came up to me and was like, "Would you like to stay on as coach?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then I didn't really know what that entailed. Right, I didn't know exactly what my plan was. I didn't have like a long term goal. My only plan was like, okay, let's get people better. Like, let's make sure like people can like talk about the problems and like sort stuff out. And like it worked to a degree, but like because I wasn't well prepared for it, and honestly at the time, coaching wasn't super serious either. And so like I think my job a lot of times is to get people up on time and into the scrim block on time. And to be honest, that was like an impressive thing because that was still at the time. Yeah, that was the time period where like 70% of our scrim blocks, like 80% were late. Just every scrim block.
I remember those days. I was playing. I was in Complexity when you became the coach. I remember those.
Yeah, and so it was like a lot of that was just like me making sure people were in their seats, like ready for like the scrim block, and making sure we had discussion afterwards. And so like I don't think I did a great job. I just did like what I thought was what I should do. And then moving on to CLG, I thought it was a lot more like push and pull. Like I learned a ton from the players, like how to shot call, how to even like read the game, understanding everything. Like, I don't think Dignitas has a good understanding of like quadrants in general, or just like, they had no systems on Dig, just in general. It was just like, this is good, let's practice doing this. But like, systems wise, it was terrible. But like, COG was a lot more like, we created systems from the ground up to like learn and how to do yada yada. So that's why I consider like my stuff on Dig, like, it's not that like I didn't consider it a job, I considered like I didn't do it very well. And like I did like what you said, like above expectations for what you expected, but like coaches' expectations at the time were like rock bottom. It's like they didn't exist.
Well, like coaching's evolved a lot, specifically in the West since then, because Riot's made it like a legitimate job, and like you have to go on stage, you do pick ban, you do, you know, whatever your coaches, every team has a different job. So like, I guess season 4, people started like looking into coaches, but it wasn't until like season 5 and season 6 that like the actual good coaches started standing out, because like you said, there wasn't really a system. You didn't really know what you were meant to do at all. I started like coaching teams when like I was in between teams as a player. And literally all I did was say, you need to play Cassidy, it's broken. Because no one in NA played Cassidy in season 3.
That's
I'm not
good
joking.
coaching right there.
Literally, like I coached To Be Determined. That was before I eventually actually became a player for that team. And they were talking to me like, we don't know what's like OP mid. I'm like, just play Cassidy every single game. Because no one was banning it. And this was like at the time when in EU everyone was playing Cassidy. And everyone knew that EU was better than an 8. So you know what I mean. But that's what I thought coaching was, just like tell your team what's OP and tell your team like what to do. But now, 4 years later, it's evolved so much more past that, because not only are like people in general getting smarter, the players are getting smarter about the game. And there is, like you said, a lot of push and pull. Like the players talk about how they feel the game should be played. And as a coach, generally you should be facilitating that, because everyone's like, no one's stupid. Everyone's like got a good idea of how the game should be played now. Versus season 3 when it was just like run around and run into each other and hit each other. That was Cutie Pie's meta.
Yeah, I like that meta. I like picking Jinx and hitting shit, dude. That was the good stuff. Alright, so what you got, let's just finish this with, who are the top 2 coaches?
In North America?
In North America.
North America, Ziggs for sure number 1, in my opinion. Just straight up number 1. Scar, help me out here. Who else is like really good?
You take either Parth or you take Cop. And the second thing would be, you take the team who coaches P1. Fly? He's really good.
Fly's good. I think it's like a toss up. Like Parth does a lot for TSM in his AMA, he kind of revealed them, and I think he does a really good job of like a facilitator for his team. Like not an over dictator, but like a facilitator. So I think he's like really good for TSM. Then there's Cop. He obviously came in and he changed Dig around. The god of drafts, obviously that's a meme, but I guess Reaper also. Reaper did a lot for C9, like they're insane. Their macro game is really solid, and I guess it's like Ziggs and then like Reaper, Fly, Cop, Parth, like over there.
Just
and it has a lot
everyone,
of like
dude.
good coaches. Not everyone.
Just
Not
put
everyone,
them out there, dude. I like that.
Just up there, yeah. And obviously Koma SKT, you guy's an absolute legend. He's insane at what he does. So.
He's coming to North America soon? You got something to tell? You want to tell us, Brokenshard?
No, I don't think SKT are ever letting that guy go. He's like, just straight up, in my opinion.
Alright, fair enough. Let's go on to the next topic. Last week we had XP Cake on the show talking about OPL. He posted a library of chat logs to try to get his old organization banned. Any closing statements to wrap this up? Do you know about this, Brokenshard? You know about it?
Yeah.
Alright,
I read a lot about it.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, it's still going. Like, I don't think you understand.
Yeah,
like 2 hours ago, or like, this morning, Tainted Minds made another statement saying that like, okay, everything is wrong. It's a misconception. Like, this is what actually happened. And then like, a lot of it like threw the old manager under the bus, and then the manager responded 2 hours ago, and Cake is like, this is all a lie. I'm gonna reveal more stuff. And so I'm just like sitting here being like, holy shit, it's still going.
Well, what do you think of this situation, Brokenshard? Because we haven't got your opinion on it.
Tainted Mind's fucked up, man. Like, the entire situation is just a massive mess. Like, in Arrow, I worked with him in the past, and I know how, like, he's had, like, some pretty shit orgs in the past. There's Mouse Sports, who had him sleep on a mattress in an office building instead of giving him an actual, like, place to sleep for 3 months while I was in Germany. And then there's Dream Team, which was a giant mess of his own, and then Tainted Minds. So, like, he's been around his fair share of bad orgs, but I actually think, like, what Tainted Minds did, or didn't do, I guess, is so bad. Like, imagine it being 40 degrees all the time and no air conditioning. Like, just imagine that. That's Australia, basically. That was what they were living in.
Yeah,
so,
it's just such stupid shit. Like, I mean, at this point, I don't really care what anyone else... Like, I want Riot to just come out with their stupid-ass fucking, like, third-party bullshit. I mean, are you guys expecting anything from that shit? Like, I'm hoping that they do something with that, but I know deep down inside nothing's gonna fucking happen from it.
Oh, wait, I forgot you're American. It's 40 degrees Celsius. I don't fucking know what that is in Fahrenheit. Like, 1.5, 1.6. Yeah, it's hot as fuck. Dude, Renegades died for less. Like, there was the top Reddit comment on one of the Reddit threads, Renegades died for less. And it's true, Renegades died for much less. What the hell is OPL doing that letting Taint and Mind still operate with everything that's been proven that went wrong? Like, it was clear negligence from the organization, and it put a lot of players, I don't want to go far and say it put their lives at stake, but I guess in a sense it ruined the reputation of Cake because he lost an LCS tryout because he didn't perform in OPL, which I think is the biggest thing to take away from this.
Oh, really?
He actually went and said that. His reputation as a player, as like skill-wise, got ruined because he lost an LCS tryout because he didn't perform in OPL because he couldn't play League of Legends.
Yeah, I think it's fucking stupid. Like, I don't know. I talked about it before. Yeah, like Renegades, they fucking. I mean, I don't know if they ever released like any proof on any of the bullshit that they said. Like Rye was saying.
Nope.
Yeah, there wasn't any proof, and they got like crucified like instantly, dude. Like, I don't know how the fuck this Tainted Mind shit's still going on. Where it's like, well, we'll get back to it eventually. It's whatever, dude. Like, just finish this shit. Like, I just want Riot to like release like, okay, we're banning all these fucks and we're fining them all and we're fucking everyone. Like, just do something. Like, I don't know. I feel bad for everyone that had to go and do that shit because that's like how esports was back in the day. I figure like I haven't been in the scene for a while, like in the competitive scene. So I figure like everything's evolved from then. But like, seeing this kind of stupid shit, it's just like, man, come on, dude. Like, get this shit together.
It's like, you ever watch The Simpsons? There's like that part where it's like, stop, he's already dead. Like, honestly, Tainted Minds should have been dead by now. They are dead. They should be.
I mean, they're not dead because they're still competing in OPL.
Yeah, I don't think they're dead.
They should be.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the owner should be dead. I'm saying, like, this entire situation should be over. Like, Tainted Minds lost. It's so clear that they did. Something needs to be like, I guess didn't Lolly Sports say they're doing an investigation? So that's going to take like 4 months, 5 months or something.
They actually have people like that who are like specialized in doing investigations. I remember talking to one of them because he investigated me for poaching for CLG.
Oh.
Yeah, so like I know they have people who like actually like if not specialized like work on that kind of thing. It's not like we're looking into it, but like that's just words. It's like, oh, they actually have people who do it. But I don't know. It's OPL. It's like all the way. It's like I don't know if they cared enough. But like it's starting to get to the point where I think Riot needs to do something just because people are just throwing dirt up on Twitter like every day, and I think that it just looks bad for the scene in general, not just like OPL, not like the orgs or the players. It looks bad for like everyone. So they should just try to like sweep it under the rug as fast as possible.
Yeah, I don't see how Riot can like allow, like it just makes like the esports scene that they've been trying to like cultivate just look like a fucking joke. Like, I mean, like wildcard regions, like obviously like some of them like people don't care about and shit, but like I feel like if you want this shit to be like bigger than what it is right now, like every region has to be like taken care of in a way that yeah.
There needs to be a precedent set, like, and by not doing anything about what happened, it's clearly proven by Tainted Mind sets a really bad precedent for the future. It kind of just like lets people know it's like, oh, Riot don't care. Oh, they're just gonna let shit like this go by. Oh, like, I mean, it really, really sucks because this is like the reality of challenger scene in a lot of sense. There's a lot of like orgs like that Tainted Minds. I won't say to that extent, but to similar capacity. And this is the precedent that's being set that like orgs can sort of get away with doing this.
Yeah, because like I hate The thing that I hate the most is just for the players, because, I mean, I used to be a player, and Dignitas was fucking great, but Odie fucked me in the ass so many times. Scar will say the same. Like, that shit fucking sucks as a player, because it's just like, what can you do? Like, this is, like, your opportunity, and you want to take it, and then when you get, like, put into this situation, where you're just, okay, I'm going to Austria. Oh, whoops, this guy just fucked me, and I guess I'm stuck here now. I guess I'll just try out to see what happens. It's just a fucking mess. Like, it just bothers me so much. Hopefully,
actually, all three of us were on Dignitas. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Actually, that's right. That stuff just bothers the fuck out of me. Hopefully, Riot does something, but let's take a little bit. How long do you guys think it'll take Riot to respond to this shit?
We do bets?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 1 month.
I think it needs to be faster.
Okay,
it needs to be faster.
It doesn't matter what
How long will it actually take?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 1 month.
It'll probably be about that time. It might even be longer. Like I don't even know. I think because they're so far away, you could. I feel like if the people at OPL can just stall this for as long as they want, or a reasonable time frame. So it needs to be done fast sooner, but it's probably going to be like 2 months.
Month and a half.
Month and a half.
Yeah,
fair enough then. Okay, these are some respectable guesses. I say these kinds of things because I just hope that someone from Riot, I hope that like Mark Merrill's watching this. Oh, this stupid motherfucker is saying this stupid shit. I'm gonna get this shit fixed right now, dude. And then I want to see tomorrow they just release a statement about this garbage. Like, everything's fixed. Cutie Pie's a fucking idiot. This shit doesn't take a month at all. I'd be so happy. Yeah? Like, that would just make me ecstatic. So hopefully us guessing makes them do something. But yeah,
I mean, dude, Riot can foot the bill for anything. Like, they make so much money. Like, I know, like, especially if, let's say, Riot in the LCS wants to do something, I know it's done like instantly, that's how it feels like production wise. But so it's like, if this becomes high enough priority, like someone could fly out to the Oceanic servers and deal with it.
True.
No, straight up. I know some people who work at Riot, and EU production on EU LCS playoffs, like 1 year ago, had a problem with, it was like they didn't have a part. Like, something broke down and the only part was available in America. And it would take longer for it to ship there than it would if they sent someone there. So they flew one of their engineers out like the day after just to deliver a part of the thing that EU production needed on them, like on their body physically. Like, they can do stuff. They have the ability. They have the money.
Yeah, Ryze a fucking.
How big enough?
Yeah, they have so much money.
Yeah, they're a fucking $1 billion company, dude. They could fucking buy. They could probably buy like buy Australia, dude. Do whatever the fuck they want. Maybe not buy Australia.
Y'all think Cutie Pie is rolling in it? Man, I subbed him for 27 months. He's been taking $5 a month from me for 27 months, and Riot's still richer than that.
Yeah, Riot Games fucking. They like if they put this shit on the top priority, this shit gets finished by the end of the night. Like, the end of the night. Gets finished.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I can see it. I can actually see it.
Yeah, alright, I'm going in my private jet. I'm fucking handling this shit myself, dude.
Mark Merrill flies out?
Yeah, like, this shit would be like nothing to them. But, I mean, realistically, where is this? I mean, it's a wild card region. It probably impacts them almost nothing other than bad publicity. And does Riot give a shit about it? Probably not, so.
But it's like, I'm sure they have other priorities. They can't put it to the top of the list, but I think if it takes anything longer than maybe a week or two at most, then it's taking too long.
Yeah. Like,
this is a serious issue, not just for the players, but for them as a company. And I like League for them. Wait, I'm trying to word this statement properly. For the most part, I like Riot, what they do. For the most part. So I would like to see League continue to grow because I can keep working in it. It's awesome. I like what I do. So for the sake of all of us professionals, I really would like to see it get fixed.
We'll just leave it at that then. Let's go to the next topic. There's a controversy over Ryze nerfs and his 37% win rate. Thoughts? I don't think the Ryze nerfs were that bad. Like,
Rework number 6. Let's go.
I think that, I mean, obviously they hurt him, but I still think he's probably, like, Scar is the mid laner, and you're he's probably still playable, competitive.
What was Ryze's win rate last patch before he got nerfed? It was lower than 50, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 46, 47.
So, like, let's be real for a sec. When he played so much Ryze in Challenger, we Ryze before the GCU match, and even after the GCU match, we were 7-1 with Ryze. His, like, professional win rate is, like, good enough. The champ is so broken on 1, low ping, and 2, if you know how to play him. I think even after the nerf, people just don't know how to play this champion. Honestly, they don't know how to utilize it to the best. Like, it takes, like, legit good Ryze players to make it work. Like, Fox, Crown, Faker, for it to, like, be really good.
You're putting Fox with those two?
I mean, Fox was 7-0 on it. Fox was 7-0 on it. Bjergsen's Ryze, dude. That guy does insane things with his ult. It's just a champion that takes coordination, so it's not going to be good in solo queue for that. And I don't know. Like, I actually think Ryze is not OP. He's slightly on the weaker end at this point with the nerfs, but he's not complete dog shit.
Yeah, I don't think he's 37% win rate champion.
No.
I mean, yeah, I think people want there to be equilibrium. Like, if a champion doesn't have 50% win rate, the champion sucks. And, like, I don't know. I think the thing is, I can understand it because it's like, people are going to say, like, so this means I have to be as good as, like, professional players or challenger level players to play a champion. And it's like, to some extent, like, I think you should have, like, this is a champion that rewards champion mastery to a large, it's like, Aurelion Sol had a terrible win rate. But then after, like, 50 games, his win rate went up to, like, 65%.
Wait. Don't. Aurelion Sol's a terrible example. The champion was actually so broken, it let people who were actually platinum be master. It was, like, legit, people climb from plat to master on this champion.
I'm just saying, in terms of champion mastery, he had a curve. Because he played very differently than other champions. Like, straight up.
Okay.
He cheats the lane, right? Yeah, essentially. And so, like, it's similar to, like old LeBlanc. Like, I don't think every champion should have, like, a super high win rate. I think this champion has a 37% win rate while still being, like, it can have a low win rate while still being a balanced champion. It just means that, like, if you really want to play a champion, you have to be good at him. And I don't think there's a problem in having a champion like that in the game. There's so many champions in the game. Like, if you have a problem with it, if you have a problem with this champion, just, like, don't play it. Like, I don't think it's not it used to be an ultra oppressive champion. So, like, I'm personally happy it's off the meta, but I don't have any problems with it with the current state of Ryze as is.
All right, so
I don't either.
We can all agree Ryze, he's not god awful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I just don't think it's gonna be. It was like almost first picked all the time in pro play, and the only, I guess, bad matchups were like Cassio and Jace. And even then, Cassio could still lose that matchup, and even then, Jace could still lose that matchup. So now, it made its bad matchups worse, but it's still going to be good. I think it's going to take some time for pro players to pick it up again, because it lanes a lot differently now. You can't just E the wave 4 times and push anymore because of the cooldown increase. Yeah, that was stupid. But yeah, I say give it a week and people are going to start playing it again. I honestly believe that.
Alright, fair enough then. Let's go on. Next topic, looking forward, Rift Herald needs a rework. What would you like to see changed?
You can go first if you want, Scara or Cutie.
I'll start off. I don't think Rift Herald, like, I know that Ryze like said, like, Rift Herald is just a worthless objective no one gives a shit about and they just want to rework it, right? That's the basic gist of it. I don't think it's that bad, like, obviously, it's not something that you want to... All right, everyone, we got to group up for the Rift Herald. Bot lane, you're rotating out. We're grabbing the Rift Herald right this second, dude. Like, it's not some crazy fucking objective like that, but it's like the icing on the cake. You make a play top lane, it's like, well, we got nothing better to do. I guess we'll just fucking Rift Herald. Right?
Basically.
It's like the icing on the cake. It, like, rewards you for, like, being proactive and doing something. And, I mean, the buff itself is... It's like a pretty good buff. It's a 5% damage reduction to everything and like a 100 something damage proc, it's pretty decent. Like, it's not something to go crazy over, but I don't see why it needs a rework. What do you think, Skara?
I personally think, like, my problem is with it is what you said. Like, it's the icing on the cake. It's like it's like the expensive ass icing. The icing you can only afford when you're like filthy rich. So like, I talked to some junglers about this, and they were just like, I would prefer to counter jungle 2 camps and go for Rift Herald 100% of the time. It might even be better for me to counter jungle 1 camp and back and get a better back timing to like invade or pressure the other side of the map than it is to do Rift Herald. Like, the fact that it takes 2 people and it takes like a long time for 2 people to kill it is just like, oh, it feels bad. Like, and the buff itself, it feels weird too. Like, it's a 10-minute buff. Is there? Or sorry, is it 20?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 20 minutes.
Okay, sorry. It's a 20-minute buff. It's like an absurd buff. Like, does a buff really need to be that long to be good? Like, we can have it spike at like a very specific time. I don't know. It just feels like maybe they should buff the gold value on it or something. But I don't like that. It's the icing on the cake, but it's not affordable unless there's really nothing else on the side of the map. Like, everyone's backing. You got nothing to do.
Like, it's the one that takes too long. It's really, 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 really hard to kill early game because people are gonna notice, oh, this guy's been missing for the past 3 fucking minutes. What the hell is he doing? You know, like, you're not gonna be able to do it. It's a win more thing. Like, you're not gonna be able to get it by 20 minutes unless you're literally like 5-6k gold ahead and the enemy team literally just can't do anything against you. I think in season 6, with the champion matchups that were being played top lane, it was good if you had like a Maokai against an Aurelia, so you'd get the Rift Herald on Maokai so he could hold the Aurelia in a split push longer. But that's not really the case anymore. Like, if you're in a losing split push matchup, you're just losing now. It doesn't matter. The Rift Herald's not going to change it. And if you're winning, it's going to make you win a little bit stronger. But, yeah, I think the main issue isn't the buff. The buff is like, okay, it's just too hard to kill. And to get it before 20 minutes, it doesn't seem feasible. You know, there's so many other things that can help you win the game harder, like sieging a turret or diving a turret or setting a pick in their jungle. There's just like, there's no real competitive edge of having a Rift Herald right now.
So you guys think...
Like, I like old Rift Herald. I like old Rift Herald where it buffed the minions. In lane swap meta, you took it, you just sieged down a turret. That was great. Like, it was so strong. A good trade for Dran, but now it's just not good enough, I think.
So you think Rift Herald, it has to get reworked?
Something needs to change. I don't know if you'd rework it all the way, but I don't know. It's interesting to see what kind of, if they made a new buff, depending on if they kept the tankiness, the buff needs to be something better, or keep the same buff, reduce the time by maybe half, and make it maybe half as tanky would be okay, I think.
Yeah. Maybe even doing something where it gives you like a minor, like an individual Baron buff for one player would be good enough, you know, because not only would you... That'd be broken.
That would be broken. What are you talking about? Let's calm down there. That would actually be so broken.
Yeah, can you imagine fighting creeps as like a level fucking 7 whatever top
17
laner?
minutes into the game, the Maokai has a Baron buff. 2 waves of minions, you can't wave clear. That's too broken, man.
Alright, maybe I went a little bit overboard on something, but I'm like willing to give him like, I guess, would you prefer if Rift Herald was super overtuned or super undertuned? Like, which of the worlds is better for you? For both of you, like,
I prefer it being something. I prefer it being something that's like worth fighting over. Like, again, right now, like if I play jungle in solo queue, it's like I'm not doing this shit unless I have like it's the icing on the cake. I don't want to fucking eat icing by itself, dude. That's fucking disgusting. Like, I want a reason to get this shit, dude. If I have no reason to, I'm just gonna keep doing other shit. Like, if it's like Rift Herald is gonna win me the game. This Rift Herald is gonna just do some crazy shit for me. I'll be like, okay, that's cool. But
I think at the base of it, it just needs to be something that counters Dragon. Because Dragon's on one side, Rift's on the other side. So make it as hard to take as a Dragon, and then give something, I don't want to say comparable, but something that would make it a feasible trade for Dragon. Because I guess Dragons, some Drakes are worth more than the others with the whole RNG element. Like, you either get an Earth Drake or a Fire Drake that rocks, or a Wind Drake, which is like, it's okay, but Maybe if they did something elemental on that side, there's like an RNG thing going on.
Elemental Rift Herald. Wow, that's...
not another RNG.
No, please, dear God.
I mean, the thing is, if you made it comparable to Dragon, so you'd want something that like buffs the entire team, or what?
Maybe not necessarily buffs the entire team, but it just needs to be like on par with Dragon, I think. There needs to be like something that you can actually say, hey, they're getting Dragon, let's get Rift Herald because that's an equal trade. Or that Rift Herald that buff is gonna be good for what that team wants to do, we need to fight him over that. Because I guess that was the thought process behind that. You don't want to give a team fighting team Infernal Drake. So it's like, oh shit, we can't let him have his second Infernal Drake, let's go fucking fight them at Dragon. That was the thought process behind it because they wanted more team fights. So yeah, the Rift Herald needs to be something meaningful to the point where if a team takes it, it gives you a significant advantage and it sets a precedent for the other team that they either have to deny it or fight you for it.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I mean, I wouldn't want it to be something where a team says, you know what, they're on this Dragon, let's just go get Rift Herald, because that just, like, you just stalled then. Then you just don't have to do anything. It's like, well, they got Infernal Drake, let's go get Rift Herald. You know, you can have that shit, let's just keep farming. You guys bottom, just do whatever the fuck you want. We'll do the Rift Herald over here. Like, that shit would be, I don't know, I agree, it definitely should be something more impactful if that's what they intended to be, is like a major objective that's being fought over. But I don't want it to be something that's just, okay, well, they're sieging bot lane tower, let's go fucking do the Rift Herald or some stupid shit. I want it to be, we need to get the Rift Herald. Fuck the Dragon, dude, we're getting the Rift Herald. Or fuck the Rift Herald, we're getting the Dragon. It has to be like one or the other. And I like where it is right now, where it gives one champion like an immediate strength, but I have no fucking idea how you could change this thing into something that just wasn't a complete fucking mess. So.
Well, dragons are good because they're good both in lane and in group scenarios, but Rift Herald is only good if you're just isolated. Which is kind of like the bane of solo queue players when you're trying to like group on the map and you have this Fiora that literally will not group and oh shit, I have a Rift Herald, I shouldn't group. I think it sets a pretty bad precedent for
I don't know,
how to play the game.
Yeah, but the thing is I don't think that's that bad because like I'd want to see more split pushing, something like that. So if Rift Herald was like a better buff that allowed like split pushing to be like good, and then you could actually just like pick Renekton and just fucking go ape shit in a lane, I think that would be, would that be so bad? Like one's for team fighting, one's for like not team fighting. I don't know. I think that it'd be kind of cool, but yeah.
I'm just like struggling to see the whole balance of it in game, like, cause if it was such a strong split pushing item, a lot of the game is based on like, if you pick a weaker team fighter, you can split push and have control over the lane, but there needs to be some like push back, like you need to be able to hold the champion in lane to some extent, because if you were just the stronger split pusher, then everyone would be like first picking Fiora, making sure that you got Rift Herald, and then the game's over, because no one can hold Fiora. That's kind of what I'm scared of. The game just literally turns into pick two split pushers, race to the first Rift Herald, whoever gets Rift Herald wins, because then you'll never be able to hold this champion.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the problem that I see with Rift Heralds is, yeah, if you make it too impactful where split pusher, like, yeah, Fiora will just start going apeshit and just split push everything, and then you can't deal with her. But if you make it what it is now, where it's like hard as fuck to kill, and the buff is, I mean, the buff's nice, but it's not good enough to like take the time out to fucking kill the Rift Herald. It's like, I don't know. I like the Rift Herald kind of as icing, but it's just not, it's not a complete package by itself for me. I can agree with that. I definitely could see
wants
it.
a big package from that, yeah. I can see it. I think it's just useless right now, but I'm afraid that they might make it too useful, if that makes sense. Like, if it gets to the point where it actually just dominates, well, my voice cracked there, that was awful. If it gets to the point that it just actually dominates the meta, I don't know, is split pushing really even fun to watch? I guess Darshan split pushing is actually pretty fun, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Riot needs to get like real creative with it. I like the elemental, actually really like them. So hopefully they do, I don't want to say maybe elemental Rift Herald, but make it exciting to the point where it doesn't dominate the game, If that makes sense.
Like at least make it so when you kill it, like a bunch of fireworks shoot out and you got the Rift Herald. Congratulations or some shit like that. That'd be kind of cool. But I can definitely agree with that. Let's go on to the final topic. The live question and answers, baby. You ever done a live question and answer, Brokenshard?
Not on stream. I don't think so.
All right, let me give you a quick little rundown. We're going to take questions. You're going to give out answers. You ready for it?
Hell yeah. Yeah, let's fucking go.
All right.
I'm ready.
We're going to begin. Sex Panther wants to know, what if Herald gave global gold like Old Dragon? I think that'd be kind of... If Rift Herald gave like a tower's worth of gold, like not more than a tower's worth of gold, like if it gave 200 to everyone, that'd be kind of cool. I'd be down for that. It gave 200 gold to everyone, and it gave the buff. Like, that shit would be worth doing.
And the buff?
Yeah, and the buff. Oh. So it's like, you get something for everyone. Like, one of them's stats and one of them's, like, gold. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. Nuts. I think that'd be an interesting idea.
You wild. I'm telling you, that's great.
I mean, how OP was Dragon when it gave gold? Like, we played in that... Yeah, so like think about it.
Literally, we had entire weeks where we were talking about how do we control Dragon. All right, everyone, get the Dragon 1 minute before time. This is exactly where you put the words. This is where you stand to get takes. It's like Dragon control was like the name of the game for like a full season, and like, I didn't like it. Like,
but I feel like it doesn't respawn. There's only one, because the problem before was it was so snowbally.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because if you got the first dragon, you're probably gonna get the second, and then the third, and then you fucking lost. So I think with only one spawn of it, it's not that bad. But I mean, I could be wrong.
How about this? Right? If it dropped like a bag of gold that only one person could get. I wouldn't say one. I won't say 1,000 gold, but it's like a first break. If you took the Rift Herald and you got 500 gold, like just imagine maybe that would actually be pretty intense.
Yeah,
like,
that would
I could actually see that being pretty cool.
Yeah, if it just gave you like just a load of gold, because Skara said that he talked to some. You said you talked to some junglers and they'd rather take like some camps. Like, I mean, I can't imagine they'd rather take the camps if the Rift Herald just gave them a fuck ton of gold, right?
No, they wouldn't. Like, it'd be something where like it'd be interesting, but it's really easy to overtune.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, I mean, these are like interesting ideas, but it would be so easy to just fuck it up, and then everything becomes about the Rift Herald, and then this game turns into a complete fucking mess. And I mean, that'd be cool as fuck, but I mean, these are just ideas. I think that those are some interesting ideas, though. I kind of like that. Let me see. Our next question, we're gonna go with my man Valerian wants to know, to Skara specifically, how do you play mid lane properly without 42 magic resist? I'm having trouble in lane when I only have 34 MR. It feels like I get chunked out easily without MR. Is 10% CDR at 18 really that good?
Actually, I thought about this a lot, and I think that a lot of pro players actually overvalue CDR. I think that it's really good in situations where it's like mid game and past. Like, you love CDR, but like a lot of times I think that MR is super valuable, like really, 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 really valuable. Especially right now when people are going double pen so much on Leandries, like it becomes like slightly more valuable. I think that, yeah, the reason why you get checked out is just because I would say practice on running MR first and then switch over, because you have to learn how to optimally trade, and MR lets you trade poorly. And so if you don't trade optimally and you're not running MR in lane, you're gonna get punished so hard for it. But like, in some matchups you can get away with it, and some like you should take the MR. And it's just like up to you to figure out how to trade effectively and which matchups are good for that, which aren't.
All right.
If I can just jump in as well, like when Athene's got nerfed, it's harder to itemize for magic resists for some control mages. Like, you don't want Abyssal and Orianna. So it's easy to itemize for CDR. You got Lucidity, you got Morello, you got Abyssal, you got Hourglass, you got so many items with CDR, so runing for MR and itemizing for CDR is more gold efficient than as well.
Nice.
Well, there you go, dude.
That one, dude. That's the answer from a coach, dude. That's your boy. My man, Let me check out. Atrixes wants to know, question for my boy Brokenshard. How does your boy become a coach as someone who's never stepped foot into the pro scene? Any help would be nice. Hashtag Brokenshard for president.
I'll make League of Legends great again. Let's see. How do you become a coach? You gotta make sure that what you're saying is useful. Like, no one likes a useless coach, and some players will actually straight up tell you you're a useless coach, what you're saying is stupid. So first, you gotta understand what you're saying. You gotta understand your strengths. I try to become a head coach, but I'm not authoritative enough. You know, I'm kinda chubby, I'm 5'7", I have a high voice. These are just not the makings of a very strong authority figure. So you gotta understand your strengths as a person. Like, are you good at calming players down and being like more for personality, working with players and like keeping them focused? Or are you good at being a dictator type coach where you create a structure and enforce it? Are you smart about top lane? So understand your strengths and what you can contribute, and then I don't want to say specialize yourself on that, but use that as a foundation for your coaching technique.
All right, fair enough. My man Jarman345 wants to know, why can't niche picks like Shaco that are really good in solo queue be competitive on the pro level? You want to know why? Watch Moon, dude. That's all you need to know. I mean, you guys got a reason why Shaco is not the...
I think it can be, but it's just about, like, how much does your team care for it? Because you have to realize, let's say you're picking an off-meta champion. Everyone knows how to play against meta champions, because not only do you play with it and against it in scrims every single game, you play with it against it in solo queue as well. And so the meta champions are when you're the most comfortable at having in the game. Even if they're like super impressive, whatever, you know what it does. One of your teammates or you wants to do a new meta pick, let's just say you want to be the best Nunu mid lane player in the world. And you think your Nunu mid is going to take off and you can slam Faker with it. Well, your team has to first learn how to play around it. They have to learn your limits. You have to specifically learn the limits. And then and then it's like, oh, is it worth giving up? You have to figure out all these situations that it's good. And then if it gets banned and then you become that much worse of a team, like, how worth it was it for your team to invest time into learning how to play with this off meta pick? And a lot of times the answer is not worth it. Some of the times though, I think it is worth it. It just really is dependent upon the situation. For the most part though, off meta picks are very hard to deliver. Not just because of like the pick itself being like only situational, but also everything that it entails.
Alright, fair enough.
I think you also just have to look at the word meta, and what it means is the most effective tactic available. A lot of these off-meta champions, there's a reason why they're not the most effective tactic available, because, for example, Shaco, it needs to snowball or else it's useless, right? And it kind of puts you on a timer in a sense that how cheesy is this? How long are you going to be able to throw your enemy team off before the most effective tactic available is just simply going to be way too strong?
Okay.
So yeah.
Carl CDB wants to know, at Brokenshard, we get asked this question every fucking time. Who's better at ADC, QD, or Double O?
Oh my god, every time.
Well, I mean, there's only one way to figure this out.
Just one word, say the name.
I sub to Cutie Pie and not to Double Lift. You got your answer right there.
There you go, man. AK7 wants to know, at Brokenshard, who impressed you the most from the NA Challenger scene? Who do you think will make an impact in the NALCS in the following years?
Ooh.
Like which player? So I can't pick anyone on my team.
You can pick,
right?
you can pick someone on your team. If that's the person you think will make the biggest impact.
Deftly, Licorice, and Zazul, my 3 rookies. They have literally never played, except Deftly played like 2 games on Enix, but that team sucked dick. Doesn't matter. This is like literally their first time in a competitive environment. These guys are so fucking good. They're rookies. Give them more time and they will be insane players. They already are insane players. I have so much confidence that they will become star LCS players in the future. But if it's someone not on my team, I'd have to say Wiggly, Big God's jungler. I ran a scouting grounds in November to kind of figure out which players I may have missed in building my team, and he played like garbage in the scouting grounds. And then he comes into NA Challenger and he actually starts popping off. He's improved a lot, and I'm very impressed with him. I think he will be a top NACS jungler next split if he stays.
Alright, fair enough. We'll go with the final question right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be an extra spicy one. My man, 420 meme lord Blaze It to the Moon XX wants to know, what are the best routes to becoming an LCS player from 3 former LCS players? So I'd go with, so my best advice, basically get rank 1 in Challenger and be really fucking good. Like, getting rank 1 is good, but you also, this is where a lot of people get lost. Like, climbing the ladder is good, but you also need to be really fucking good at the game. Because you can climb the ladder and you can not be good. Like, that's where a lot of people get tripped up, dude. They climb the ladder.
Someone put that on a fucking poster.
Dude,
get to rank 1 and be good.
Yeah, like, a lot of people get tripped up like, okay, dude, I'm high as fuck on the ladder right now. Let's go. Like, that's not enough. You have to actually not suck dick, so.
I actually completely agree with you. That's like 100% serious. Like, to get noticed, get accounts like as high up in the ladder as possible, and then being good at the game is another one. Cause like, if you're like the like a rank 7 player, but you only play like new jungle, and you like, or like you play something that's like super wild and people don't really know if it'll translate well, like show people you're good, not just by like your play, but like everything else. I don't know. I think that Kitty was right. Kitty's always right. Yeah. She was too good.
Brokenshard, you got any advice for an up and coming pro player?
I mean, yeah, just be good at the game and don't suck. It's a pretty easy advice, but like how to get to that is a lot more difficult than it sounds.
Yeah, the road there is fucking like that shit's gonna take you a couple of years, man.
It'll take you time. It'll take you some time. Like I Will Dominate was pretty high on the ladder, but he kind of sucks. Why not a player anymore?
Yeah, he's fucking trash.
I just saw him in the chat. I saw him in the chat. That's all I wanted to say.
Why'd you say that, dude? I was gonna flame him too. Come on.
All right, go for it. You
it's too late, man.
Fuck. No, it's just like, make use of your practice, I think, is the best word. Like, don't fucking play Nunu every game and get rank 1 and think, oh shit, like, I'm fucking good at this game now. Like, diversify yourself as a player in your role and make sure that you understand your role and what you need to do first in solo queue, and then if you impress players enough, be eager to learn in scrims, be coachable, don't be an asshole, be respectful of authority, because that's what coaches are looking for. Players who are eager to learn, who have a baseline of skill right there, who kind of understand what their role is meant to do. So basically, don't be I Will Dominate.
I can agree with that one.
It would help if you also don't tell everyone in your game to go kill themselves. I've had some people do that. I would not recommend any of those players to be professional players. Like, just if you're gonna be toxic, just like if you want to flame someone, instead of writing it in chat, like take out a little notebook and start writing it down. You know, I think that's
that would be a diary. You can say, I really hate this guy, man.
Yeah, that would be a better decision than doing the thing I talked about first.
Yeah, I
wait. But that's not true, man. There's so many EU LCS players who are playing right now who told me that I needed to get gassed by Hitler. I think that's bad advice, Skara.
I mean, dude, I can agree with Skara to a certain point. Like, I mean, if you're good enough, you know, if you say some rude things, it's not good.
Nah.
You know,
for sure.
You can get away with it a little.
I was gonna say which EU CS players do you want to call out, dude? Every one of them?
Not every one of them, but there are a lot of them who I've seen some shit, man. Season 2 EU West was the biggest jungle I've ever seen in my life.
When I was playing it,
holy crap!
I played solo queue on EU to get to Challenger, and like when I got to Challenger, it was just the biggest shit fit. I don't know anything about Europe. I know nothing about it, but it's just like Polish. I guess being Polish is like. Something's wrong with being Polish. Yeah, like, if people would just go ape shit over, like, I'd have a support and they would just, like, crucify, you're Polish. It's like, yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this game, dude? Like, being Russians is, like, being everything is apparently a sin in fucking Europe, dude, so. That region, I like it a lot. That region's okay.
You like it?
Yeah, no, I had to stop playing on it. I couldn't handle it.
It's an interesting experience for sure.
Yeah, I just had to fucking mute everyone. It was just too fucking much for me. But I can agree, back to what we were saying, I can agree with what Brokenshard said, just to close it out, that once you're good, because it sounds stupid, but being good at this game is easy. It's like being coachable that'll make you be a pro. Because, like, there's so many good players, like players that are good enough to be a pro player. Like, dude, if you don't believe me, watch LCS. Like, some of these players are just fucking terrible, dude. Like, they could get replaced with a challenger player tomorrow, and it'd be the same shit. Being coachable is what's gonna make you into that superstar kind of player. Not having your head shoved up your ass, basically. Because I play with so many...
If I can do it.
Yeah.
If I can do it.
I've played with so many people, like, in solo queue, where it's like, they just go for a stupid-ass tower dive, and then they're like, why the fuck didn't anybody come help me, dude? That kind of shit, it's just like, good luck, man. Good luck
in esports.
Shit. Yeah, pretty much. So, let's just close it out with that one. That will conclude today's Beyond the Rift. And I want to thank, dude, I'm going to thank my boy Ram. Personally, Ram, thank you for coming out today. Ram, if they
no problem.
If they want some more of you, where can they find you at?
My Twitter, at Brokenshard _ I post on there a lot. I'm not a retired memer. I don't know who said that. I just make it less. My tweets still bang. I guess I stream sometimes, and you'll find that on Twitter, but mostly I just follow me on Twitter. I guess it's the best place to follow me.
All right, Scott.
Follow my team at UnitedGG.
Make sure to give them challenger players some love. Scar, where can we find more of you?
You find me on Skara on twitch.tv/Skara and Twitter/Skara. I'm available all the time on either platform. I think on Twitch, I've been practicing streaming 12 hours a day on the weekdays. It's actually insane. I think I'm slowly killing myself, but I'll be streaming for another, 6 hours after this is over on my channel, so I guess swing on by if you're interested.
Good shit, dude. And the one and only me, you guys know where to find me. Make sure to tune in next week, same time, Thursday. Don't miss out for another Beyond the Rift.
I already got the guest confirmed.
You already got the guest confirmed?
It's going to be a good one.
And it's Brokenshard again, ladies and gentlemen. Sneak peek right here. Yeah, it's not Brokenshard. That's Brokenshard, we love you. But that's going to conclude this Beyond the Rift. Thanks for being here. Thanks everyone for coming out. And I'm out now. Goodbye, friends. Bye.
Bye.